coming out. Obviously 2:30 is kind of a different type of time to do one of these things, but it definitely shows, Josh has impacted your lives enough to move your things around for today. People cross our paths throughout life, and you don't kind of know what type of impact they're going to have on you. Even for me as a coach, if you don't know the backstory, Josh was in Coolidge, Arizona, being told that he could not be on the track team at Central Arizona College, and really didn't know what he was going to do next. And Kaimana, whose high school teammate, had already, contacted me, was already here on campus, and they were texting back and forth or calling each other. And Josh said, well, do you think your coach would let me go there too? And I was just like, oh, geez. So then Kaimana had asked me, and I was like, well, gosh, now we got to find, Josh a place to live. We got to do all this stuff. And one of the things at first, really stood out to me was, here, knowing he was on his way from Arizona, he's either going to go all the way back to Maui or he's going to stop here and we were going to make this work. Was that, I thought I was going to have to go get him from the airport, and the next thing I heard, he was in an Uber coming down from San Jose Moneta, and I was kind of shocked. And it really did show me how, much he wanted to be here with Kaimana. He wanted to keep, doing track. He wanted to go to college. And in the blink of an eye, we're already 2 years gone, right? It's amazing that that's what this first experience started with, is getting out of the airport and into an Uber and saying, please take me to Salinas, not knowing where that really was, what it was going to be like, what the team was going to be like. I don't have a job, I don't have classes, I don't have anything. And it showed how resilient Josh was and how motivated he was, and his developing passion for the sport of track and field. He was a former baseball player, had participated in track at Maui High, and dabbled a little bit in some events. But it was that important to keep going. He saw it as a necessity for him to stay engaged in school. It's really paid off. It's paid off in the sense that he's met all of you. It's paid off in the sense that he's got to be on a team that finished NorCal runner-ups and conference champions. He got to go to the state championship this year. So it's crazy how to think these simple little decisions that we make in life have these huge implications that we cannot even foresee in the future what it's going to be like. We've spent a lot of time in the car, whether I'm picking him up from the airport or taking him back to Marina. And it's just been a pleasure getting to know Josh and what he's been able to do here. He's not just been a student here on campus. He's not just been a teammate to all of you. He's been a therapy aide for Ashley over in our adaptive program. He's been embedded into the community with the Monterey County Food Bank. He's been a resident of Marina. And now he's technically a California resident for tuition purposes. And so it's really cool to think he's going to continue to be here in not just our community, but he's going to continue to be here in our state. He's going to be in our California State University system. He'll hopefully become a graduate of our CSU system. He'll hopefully become a team member for those at Stanislau Warriors in the future, and hopefully he'll continue to throw really well to the point where they will be surprised at what his ability levels are as well, just as we were. But he makes a positive impact on that team. I'm sure it's not going to take very long for him to make friends at Stanislau, to be a contributor, to maybe be even working somewhere on campus. But I also know that he probably won't be a stranger at all to here. I'm sure we'll see him quite a bit, and we'll always look forward to when you come back through town. It's crazy, Josh. I think a little thank needs to go to Kaimana, because if Kaimana never makes the decision to come here, you never are here. You never meet all these people. Was it my speech? So, Josh is actually a really outstanding student. For many of you know, he was out of state. It cost him probably $25,000 a year to be here with us for 2 years, which is that's not cheap. And he was able to figure it out, whether it's working with Ashley or working with the food bank. When we had the student athlete fueling station, taking breakfast, lunch, and dinner out of there for the whole week, but in order to make it all work. And so it's really been a process that has taught him how to do what many of you are going to figure out eventually later, but he did it now in these first 2 years, and I'm sure Stanislau will be a nice seamless transition for himself. But we're always going to be here to help you, Josh. We're proud of you, and we look forward to seeing what you're going to do in the future. I think what you're going to find is you have not yet really seen what your track and field ability level is, as much as maybe Zach has told you, or Coach Frankie has told you, or myself, or even Coach Dell or Coach Drew. It's just a matter of staying engaged and staying in that idea that you still care about the sport, and then you'll really see what you can do. So We're proud of you. This is Josh's opportunity to use this Com 1 class. He actually got a really good grade in that. I know I've seen his transcript every semester. He's been an outstanding student, always on the Dean's list or President's list. And so Josh, I think you've got something prepared for everybody. The floor is yours.
Wait, I'm dyslexic, so I'm gonna mess this up. Did you cry?
A little.
Okay, thank you. Just check. Okay, so first of all, I need to look up and stuff, don't I? Okay, so first of all, I'd like to thank everyone for coming today and taking their time out of their schedules to be here. And for those who couldn't make it, then wow, I see how it is. But thank you for being a great memory in my life. I'd like to first start to, it's messing up already. First off, I'd like to start this by thanking my grandma for everything she has done for me since coming out here to California. She is the main reason I was able to compete and attend Hartnell. She has helped me tremendously throughout these last 2 years, and yeah, has dealt with my stupidness this whole past 2 years and worried about me this whole time. Especially when I called her, I was saying I was failing in class. We'll talk about that. I would also like to thank Kaimana, who couldn't be here today because he's back in Hawaii. That left. Crazy. But I would like to thank him for being the reason I came to Hartnell. If not for him, I would still be in Arizona, or maybe even the Navy. That's another path I was going to choose. But I'd also like to thank Coach Z for giving me the chance to compete for his team, because I know I wasn't the fastest sprinter ever, and it was only my second year, but he still accepted me and helped me out. He even had a dinner for me, but I missed my flight that night. I was at the terminal, I just didn't hear it. I was shy and nervous when I first met everyone. I remember that first practice, like yesterday. I walked in and saw everyone, and I was like, I knew no one. Everyone had their own little groups because you guys knew each other. And Kaimana wasn't there because he's at cross country practice, so it was hard. Yeah, it was like a new state, knew everything basically. I judged all of you guys. I held it. I'm like, that guy doesn't look nice. I did all of that. Just saying. But you guys were welcoming, and I thank you for that. I'm still really irritated how I was introduced to all of you. Of course, the first thing that had to be mentioned when I got here was coming all the way from the Hawaiian islands of Maui, Joshua. I'm like, you didn't have to do all of that. Like, see, every time I'm introduced, it's something about Hawaii. Especially at the training camp last year, he's like, oh, and your coach coming all the way from Hawaii. I'm like, I don't need to know that. Yeah. Yeah, it felt awkward, and it still does when he does it. It will always be awkward. Anyways, I started running track senior year of high school after my shoulder injury from baseball. And when coming to Hartnell, I swear I told Z that I had surgery on my shoulder and was told not to throw, but he threw me in jab anyways. And of course now jab is my main event, and it's weird, really weird. I guess I can't complain, obviously, because it brought me to where I am today. I'd like to thank Frankie. Am I allowed to swear?
No.
I think you already did.
Yeah, you already did.
Oh, I
You
did?
already did, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, I'm good. Okay, I'd like to thank Frankie for being a mahu and and helping me become stronger and all in all a better person. You know, he was one of those coaches that, like, I don't know how to explain it, was and was not a coach to me. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like.
Oh my gosh!
Hey, I was told I could swear.
Earmuffs.
Oh. Hey.
And this is who you want to watch your kids.
Hey, I can censor. Okay, my bad. Mess around with. I'd like to thank Dell, even though he's not here. He told me he was at work because he got caught up. That guy. I'd like to thank Dell for all the laughs we had and for those torturous workouts he gave. I could see the smile on his face when he saw us dying every time. Yeah, I'd like to thank Drew for making jumps way more fun than it was supposed to be, and for the shin workouts. I know I wasn't the easiest to coach. I know I was riddled with shin splints. But even though I complained, I still did the work, so you can't be that mad. Even when track got depressing, I just felt out of all of it. And see, this is where I messed up. I just felt out of it. I don't know that word. You guys and the coaches made track fun again. Not once have I been on a team that has been more than just a team to me. I really do think of you guys as my second family, and you guys made these 2 years the best 2 years ever. Like, sports-wise, thank you. No, I'm not done. I'll cherish every single one of these memories I have with you guys. It was a solid 2 years. Thank you for dealing with. I can't swear. Sorry.
Thank you. Say earmuffs.
Thank you for dealing with my beat. I know I can be tough, irritating sometimes, but look at you shaking your head over there. But thank you for dealing with me, you guys. Really made this easier, the transition moving out here. Way so much easier than it was. And I'd like to thank Ashley for, what's in the face? for accepting me to be a worker for her.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And also for dealing with me. I know coming into work every day, I complained. And, I was on my phone all the time texting my girlfriend, and she did get mad all the time, especially when Johnny guys came to talk to me while I was working.
Yeah. Gotta say what's up, man.
Yeah.
Right.
Uh-huh. But yeah, she really made the working experience way more fun than it was, and Charlie too. She's not here because I guess I'm not important to her. I know, it's a joke. It's a joke. And finally, I'd like to thank, my last thank you is to my girlfriend Elaine. She has helped me a lot during this season. She pushed me to be a better version of me and motivated me to do better. I thank her for being the reason I pushed myself as hard as I did, and just all in all making me feel loved, especially since my family is so far. And yeah, she has been a greater help to me than she thinks she knows, and I just want to thank her for that. And I'm going to stop this before I start crying. I'm done. There, speech over.
I did write up a little something for Josh to read to everybody. Obviously, it's kind of nice to show additional appreciation for those that were able to come into attendance. Feel free to send this to Grandma. I'm sure she would be glad to hold on to it for you, or I could mail it to her, and then it'll be a reminder when you do graduate from Stanislau.
Yeah, you can mail it. I don't have it here.
I'll so go ahead and read it. Just a little kind of, I guess, just a statement to everybody, a commitment statement.
Okay. I'll try not to stutter, but
Yeah.
I blame Ricky for my stutter. I, Joshua, hereby promise to continue to be an outstanding student at CSU Stanislau. I understand that my effort in the classroom and willingness to adapt to a role on a team is what has created 2 unique opportunities at CSU Stanislau. During my 2 years at Hartnell, not only have I learned to be a student at a new school, but a teammate to a new team, but also become a part of the community. Attending CSU Stanislau and being a part of the team there will repeat this process, but I'm ready for the challenge. As I continue forward with my career, I will continue to do so knowing I have not just the support from my family back on Maui, but my Hartnell family and Salinas as well. I will do my best to help make Stanislau's throws better and Coach Frankie proud.
Sign it. Hold on. And then hold it up.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Just kind of one of those things that I wanted to highlight is the impact that Josh had. Obviously, you guys are out here in the room for a reason, is to see Josh continue on his education and athletic journey. Coming in, he literally didn't know anybody. He knew one person who introduced him to Hartnell, and now he's has a room full of people that are supporting him. friends, family, significant others, stuff like that. So obviously it shows the impact that he's had in a community, in our throws group, cross country group, jumps team. Like he did a little bit of everything, dabbled in sprints. Again, just kind of a versatile athlete, and it's one of those things that maybe he didn't know, hey, I'm going to be a jab guy. And one of those things that we kind of come in, you come into Hartnell, you're like, hey, I can develop into a different version of myself, which, you know, obviously Josh came in and now he's a javelin thrower. That's his main thing. Even after thinking, hey, I can never throw anything over my head, or even a baseball even. So it's one of those things that we come in, we introduce new events or coaches, strength levels, fitness levels and stuff, and then we discover, hey, you're actually a really good javelin thrower. You had an arm, you had a cannon. I've had a kind of like interesting, kind of how you said, like me and Josh's relationship is always messed around with them. Always enjoyed kind of like some of the things culturally that he even taught me, like some of the food, candy. He brought back my brother like a bunch of candy. We've had disputes about like spam and like, is it good or not? Like, you know, it's always one of those things that we kind of also want to relay is like we're like family. We're not just like someone that we're just hammering something in your head. It's something that, you know, I look at Josh and I'm like, hey, I know that I can joke with him. I know I can also be serious with him as well. I can always look to him to go and try and go compete against like the big dogs. He went to some big meets, went to West Coast Relays. He did really well. I believe that's where he got his PR. And he went against some really good competition at Fresno State. So I know he'll continue to develop. I know he only scratched the surface of him being a javelin thrower. I have really good relationship with Channing, who was the CSU Stanislau javelin coach, and I know that she's going to develop Josh into a really good javelin thrower. I know she's going to do an amazing job with Josh. Josh is going to, I think, exponentially grow throughout the next couple of years. I think not only as an athlete, but I know as a person, he'll continue to just trend all the way up. First couple times interactions with them, maybe he was just like, man, do I belong here? Should I be here? Maybe even, but definitely seeing throughout the years, months, classes that he attended, is he definitely wanted to be here. And that's one of the big things that I really admired about Josh, and I still admire about Josh, is that he wanted to be here. He wants to be here. If you tell him to work, yeah, he might begrudgingly do it, but he'll do it, right? But overall, just I'm really proud of the journey that he had. We haven't had too many guys go to state, at least in my, I started in 2018, 19, at Hartnell, so this is concluding my 6th year, only the second person we've had to go to state for javelin. The other one was Zachary Sims, and now is Josh. So it's one of those things that I'm really proud about, seeing him on that big stage. He definitely belonged in that stage with the best people in state. You know, it doesn't matter what runway we went to, it's just like, I mean, even coming in today, it's like plates of spam and Masubi and music, and I'm like, this signing is not like any other signing I've been to, so it's cool. Like, everyone has their own flavor, and I definitely want to see that flavor, that heart he has, that uniqueness that he has onto the next level. So with that being said, I'm proud of you, Josh. Like, I know, like, I didn't get to work with you all year long at javelin throwers. You don't work all year long. I know you did a little bit of cross country, right? Cross country, sort of cross country, a little bit of jumps. But I'm very grateful for the time that I shared with you. Memories, even like enlightening some of those moments, like the van rides, and definitely just being part of the overall Hartnell family, the throws family. It's always what I try and bring into my group. And I know you're going to do amazing at Stanislau. Academically, which is the main thing, and then obviously athletically will be the second one. I look forward to you battling the rest of your teammates or coaches, which is a kind of a unique situation with Zach going to Fresno Pacific. So it'd be cool seeing those guys battle it out at West Coast Relays or any other neighboring meets that we may have. So I'm really extremely proud of you, dude. Like, I hope that when you walk, you do something that's uniquely you, and you just keep doing what you're doing, because no one else has done it like you. I'll assure you of that, man. So yeah, dude, I'm proud of you. Yeah, whoa.
Let's see. Joshua Shimoda, ankle moda, jab moda.
What was the new one? Stand moda.
Stand moda.
Stand moda.
I mean, Josh and I, we had this, kind of weird, I guess, relationship. I mean, he got hurt jumping, obviously. I was the cause of his shin splints, and luckily I helped him get better. But I enjoy his joy he brought to the team. I enjoy, like Frankie said, like Z said, we can have fun, we can joke around, talk a little mess, but still get down to business. You know, they qualified for state. Super proud of this guy. Didn't even realize or thought that he would have the potential to reach state in javelin, hence Moda. But I just remember taking it home a few times to Marina and just venting to me about relationship advice, asking me for advice, and I don't know, I feel like one of my sons.
Yeah.
But super proud of this guy and wish him nothing but the best. Keep it short and simple.
We are Filipino.
So you get to